Thank you, Tom. I'm here at Jade Satay with the owner and founder, Stratus Morforgan. Thanks for the time. I got to hear not only about this, but your culinary background. So let's start with that. Tell us a little bit about your food.
Well, it's my first time in Baltimore.
Okay.
It's great. I'm a big. I've heard everything about it because I love Chesapeake. I love crab and I love seafood. So what I did was, in the last 20 years, I've owned some well-known Chinese restaurants in New York, and the most famous one is Brooklyn Chop House. That's on the lower side of the Manhattan side of the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay.
So ownership, they've always been fans of my restaurants. And through a mutual friend, I got an email from Mr. Angelos, and he said, hey, would you ever consider bringing my favorite chicken satay and chicken pops to all the great fans of Baltimore? And I said, it'd be my honor. You know, it was like Greek camaraderie.
Okay. You said satay. When I first came here, you corrected me because I was like, oh, satay. You're like, that's Thai. So it's actually not. It's Chinese and from Beijing.
Yeah, so this is a Beijing Chinese dish. I would say there's only about 12 chefs in the world that know how to do it correctly.
And you're one of them.
Well, my chef is one of them. I know what it's supposed to taste like. And I do cook, but I wouldn't charge you. So what it is that I have two of my chefs here from New York, and they're doing it in a more, you know what it is, the satay was only available to the 1%ers, all due respect. I mean, people that can spend $100 for Chinese food, that's what we charge in our New York and Miami and LA restaurants. You know, so the concept is, let's introduce it to everybody else. And let's do it in a fast food setting, where for $10 you can have a great 2 satays, fries, and the famous peanut sauce. The peanut sauce is amazing.
Looks it.
It's basically peanuts, cream, and about 8 Chinese spices, but what makes it velvety, almost a cheese-like texture, is the heating and cooling of 8 hours, and it goes back and forth about 8 times from ice bath to heat, back and forth, and then you'll taste that velvety texture that everybody craves. I mean, we're in 30 rap songs.
I'm happy you brought that up, because that's something we need to talk about real quick. You have a lot of famous people coming to your restaurants. I read a list of about 1,000 people, Jay-Z, you name it. Do they just come for the food, or? Yeah,
well, you know, Jay was, honored, in 2006 when I opened my restaurant, he put us into one of his songs with Fabulous called When the Money's Gone, I Can Die Now, I've Got a Reservation. And that the whole thing blew up. It became like an urban phenomenon, which I'm so proud of. And I've cooked for every president. Obama launched his campaign with me at my restaurant. I consider him a friend. I always say Clinton, Trump, and even Al Gore, I call him Mr. President because he was the president for one day more than I was.
Fair enough.
So I give him that respect. But yeah, it's amazing. We really cater to the politics, music, sports, and listen, I'm very honored. And this whole concept came about by bringing satays out, is doing big events like in the Southampton market to all the
Sure.
I saw staff and everything being amazed at how delicious this chicken was, and I said, that's the business opportunity. Let's bring it to the masses. And you know what, Mr. Angelos and his family are like such forward thinkers. I think it's incredible what they're doing. They're really bringing things that they love in their travels to the Baltimore fans, and I really respect that. I think it's amazing.
Well, I want to see the food in action, so let's take me through this a little bit and what we have here as we go through it. These sauces look unbelievable, by the way. Okay. You take me through it.
And so you see, I've got my Orioles.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm hiding the Brooklyn stuff a little bit too much.
That's okay.
So this is what we do. So the chicken pops, right? So these are basically the same dish. The satay and the chicken pops are the same recipe.
Just different sizes.
Yeah. So basically, what we do, which is pretty fun, we actually do it on social media, and it gets a lot of roar. Is we take 3 like this. Okay. And we dip them.
Pops.
Yeah, exactly. But it's chicken, gluten-free. And then it's try one.
You did a one-biter. Okay.
One biter. Wait. Yeah. Good stuff.
Ridiculous.
It's Martha Stewart called it culinary crack. And she goes, when you have one, you're going to want another. So the same thing.
Insane.
And one of our hashtags is pretty fun. We say no ketchup allowed. Because once you put ketchup, once you put the peanut sauce on fries, you'll never eat ketchup again.
What's the color on that chicken?
It's basically carrots, corn, and they're gluten-free. We use corn starch instead of flour. Okay. You ready? It matches your dress.
I'm ready.
And we did Baltimore colors.
Okay, I'm here for it. Amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty different.
Well, not only is it affordable, it's unbelievable.
It really is, because this in the restaurant would be like $35, and here we're charging $10.
Tom, I got to send this back to you. I have food all in my mouth. It is delicious. Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate
pleasure.
it.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Tom.